This is the mystery font. What is coming? What should we have gratitude that we are able to see coming before it gets here? Who has used exclusive information for their exclusive benefit? Who asked for the watch and shat and spat American blood upon it? Who held the watch, promising to steward that watch well, and instead tried to craft a scepter and keep it forever? Who stood against democracy's spell? Who is piloting the malice of manifest destiny back into white fire, Viviant, when humanity is saying it is time to abandon the terrorism of white supremacy and patriarchal terror? Who stands aboard a craft of white, false grievance? Who is driving the myth of white supremacist patriarchal terror's justice like a blade of white-hot hate? Who has donned an age where lies are smart? Who has donned an age where the fog is hokum? Who has donned an age of falsehood? Who has donned the Ku Klux Klan's brand? Who has donned the falsehood? Who has donned the falsehood? A story is often called a yarn. And for those of us who need a clue, a ball of yarn is called a clue.
We are the reality distortion field. We are the reality distortion field. just falsehood can rob you of the joys would receive. We are the reality distortion fielding. We are the reality distortion falsehood will tell you it's the falsehood will tell you it's the one and only. We are the reality distortion field. We are the reality distortion field. The falsehood will soak down intuition rolls We are the reality distortion fieldings.
And so, who is the falsehood? We're back here now, back at the mystery font, and let's take a look here at our picture window. Let's take a look here at what we are dealing with. Because we have been told in the past, if you see something, say something. We've been told many times before. And what is it? What is it to preside? It is to sit before and be in charge of. To preside over something is to be the one in charge. And yet, what we see being done and promised by someone who was in charge and is telling us they're coming back is damage. We are perceiving the falsehood. And it is time to say no. It is time to say no to the Nazis. It is time to speak clearly because the Nazis have told us they are coming, and they will not stop unless they are stopped. Land back. Today, on this day when we talk about gratitude, message from the mystery font is land back. I love you and I'm in love with you, and you are the reality distortion fielding. Together, we can beat the forces of the pernicious falsehood. Who is the falsehood? Who is the falsehood? We are the reality distortion fielding. We are taking care. We are holding gratitude. And we are going to be the stewards of democracy. We are the reality distortion fielding. And kindness came to play. It's good for you to know that this has never been a Christian nation, but it should be informed by teachings like our cherished prophet Christ and others who have shown us to love your neighbor. You know how Christ taught us to be woke, how Christ taught us to love our neighbor, and how genocide and feigning need to sow terrorist attack by the thousands is not just. Land back. Reparations. Because human beings who are holistically able to hold gratitude recognize that one person oppressed means we all are. Land back. And no to the Heritage Foundation. And no to Agenda 47. And no to Project 2025. And no to Thanksgiving. And no to Manifest Destiny. Because we say yes to America. We say yes to humanity. We say yes to the new Colossus. And together we can perceive the falsehood. Be on the lookout with your Darvo card. At any time, you may run into someone and think they're defensive, or they're between a rock and a hard place, or wait, they're trying to fool me. If you think you're dealing with someone who's talking in bad faith, remember to pull up this handy and very useful device. Darvo is something that is used by narcissists. It is deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. So today, if you are at a celebration of Thanksgiving for the slaughter of Native American peoples and the hegemonic, terroristic structure that we still haven't interrogated and dismantled so as to live now in our current day. If you're around the bandwidth of patriarchal terrorist and white supremacist gaslight, it's tough to know just how hard to push before people lose their ability to hear critique. But where and how to know when there is pressure that is inappropriate or boundaries being pushed that are defendable and defensible is being on the lookout for the use of Darvo. If there is someone denying without paying attention to fact, without paying attention to care for fairness in conversation, without caring about the facts or new information or kindness, if they simply start denying, or if they simply buckle against a part of reality that it becomes clear they do not accept and so want to grab or erase. If you see a behavior that is denying the existence of something that exists, if you see a behavior that denies that those genitals over there don't belong to me, I'm going to grab them and inform people they've already been declassified with my mind. If you see manifest destiny in the world, be aware you're looking at a mechanism utilizing Darvo. Seeing something that it says should be mine, so now it is, and I'm just going to deny anything that gets in my path now that I know that that's mine. So if you see denial of accusation, or denial of reality with malice, you have the D of Darvo. If you see attack meant to discredit someone bringing a situation into the light, say a whistleblower, if you see attack upon someone to discredit them, if you see attack without bearing from fact, you are seeing the attack portion to discredit and dismantle someone. This is the D, denial, the A, attack, and then reversing the victim and offender. And this musical chairs of, well, it wasn't me, but if it was, I was this, and it wasn't me, and I this, and but actually that was in my role as this, but I have absolute authority as the president, but actually I had absolute authority as myself, but actually I had absolute authority because I declassified with my mind, but I didn't because I didn't know and I didn't meet her. I didn't meet her and she liked it. The constant musical chairing, and very often, indeed, pulling a switcheroo in which someone who is accusing an offender is now the horrible offender, making a terrible accusation against the original offender, who is now saying, whoops me, oh goshy. So Darvo is something to look out for, this Thanksgiving atrocity and this gathering for gratitude holiday. We should be gathering in gratitude, but genocide and enslavement and residential schools are not something to be grateful for. I love you, and I'm in love with you, building a world of love and with love along with you. So let's be aware, let's keep our heads about us, because Darvo really can pop up anywhere. The falsehood can pop up anywhere and in any one of us. And if you're concerned in particular about one Nazi sympathizer in particular, one potentially Nazi himself in particular, who threatens the very safety of democracy and each and every person on the planet, remember again, Darvo may be required at times with Darvonald. With Darvonald, you may find a need. You may find a need for Darvo. Have a nice day. foster gratitude, and land back. From the Mystery Font 42 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, love, always.